guys, and welcome back to another Flintstones episode review. This one is for Feudin and Fussin, which I had to actually have it up on the screen to make sure I didn't get that backwards because my brain wants to put it the other way around. So, this episode starts off normally enough with Fred dreaming of winning some golf tournament, and pretty much Barney wants to be included, but at the same time, he's kind of useless with it, so Fred's not using him. But when it comes time to actually go to the thing, he's in such a rush, and Barney wants to talk to him so badly. And Fred just has no time for him. That Barney is like chasing after him, trying to explain that, hey, I just took a phone call for you. It's being called off for today, and he will not listen. Yeah, and Fred goes off at him after all this and calls him stupid and a bunch of other names, and Barney takes it to heart, like, really hard this time, which, I mean, for how often Fred talks shit about him, it had to break sooner or later. I'm kind of surprised that this was the thing that did it, but, it's usually that whole straw that broke the camel's back. It's usually not even that it's necessarily anything that horrendously awful. It's just collectively, over time, it builds up and eventually hits a breaking point. I get it. Been there, done that. Both sides of it, actually. So, because of that, after he goes home to lick his wounds, and Betty is pretty much telling Barney how, yeah, you should not be taking that from him. You need to make sure he apologizes to you and means it. Otherwise, he won't respect you. Like he clearly doesn't right now, basically. And Barney just wants to go back to the way things were. He just wants to go play bridge at Fred's house. Meanwhile, Wilma is lighting into Fred the same way, saying how he needs to go apologize to Barney and mean it. Yeah, so Fred does, in fact, go over there to apologize, does it very badly. It's a backhanded apology, makes things a million times worse, to the point where he storms out again and starts a whole feud with him, goes to return all the stuff he has ever borrowed from him, which that's not even the first time he's done that, is it? I feel like that happened in season 1 once, too. At least once. Possibly twice. But regardless, does it again. Barney takes it so to heart, he decides to list his house for sale. He's like, fine, screw this, I'm out. So, he's really bummed over it, though, because he knows he's gonna miss Fred and Wilma. To the point where when the real estate agent comes over, he literally cannot stand to watch him try to make this sale. So he and Betty go out for a walk, and this guy from Texas, because Texas is apparently a thing in caveman times, I don't know why, but apparently it is, yeah, literally named Yippee-O, or Yippee-Yay-O Rock, or Yippee-I-O Rock, that's what it was, I think. Yippee-I-O Rock, that sounds about right. Feel free to correct me if I have it wrong. Anyway, he has more money than he knows what to do with. He wants to buy this Briggs. He feels like it's ranch house. Fred catches wind of this, and he's just like, oh no, what have I done? So he feels the need to sabotage the entire thing. Like, for instance, going through practicing his drums and claiming how, oh yeah, and I practice all night, every night, while my neighbors are sleeping. And this guy is receptive to it, has like a big ass like trombone or something. He's like, great, maybe if I practice day and night too, I can join your drum corps. And Fred's like, oh god. So then he decides to like fake being somebody else and be like, yeah, there's gonna be a freeway put here literally right through your house, and does a test run driving his car through the house, which is a little too far for this guy. And he's like, yeah, never mind. Betty and Barney come back. They're like, what is going on here? Yeah, the real estate agent has pieced out on them. And then they're looking at Fred like, you had something to do with this, didn't you? And Fred explains like, yeah, I did, and I'm sorry. I realized I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I mean it. Please don't leave. I don't want to lose you as neighbor. It's kind of sweet. But at the same time, it's like, we've more or less kind of sort of seen this before with these two. Not to the point of Barney almost selling his damn house, but I mean, we've seen the whole fight, kiss, makeup, the whole thing. We've seen it over and over again. So I'm like, this felt like they were running out of ideas for the moment, and they just needed a filler episode. So this was kind of a filler episode, honestly. So it's just it's fine. But I'm like, if you skipped it, I don't think you would miss it either. So yeah. I don't even know to put a rating number on this one. I would just say it's skippable. So anyway, there's not a lot of them I say that about, but this one I'm like, you could easily skip right over it and not miss a thing. So anyways, that's it for this one, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. As always, if you haven't seen this one but you would like to, it's on Tubi for free, so feel free to watch it there. Make sure you're make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddit, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.